Okay, so today is day 9 of the 68 days of disciplined accountability. My brain is saying day 8 simply because yesterday was day 8 and I didn't upload anything for day 8. So I was going to do day 8 and day 9 together. But for day 8, yesterday was really more of a disrupted day because I actually had a proper office day and I had to wake up earlier than normal, get ready, drive to the office. So when you work from home, you know that an office day kind of takes you out of your normal routine simply because it's not what your brain is normally used to. So for some reason that just took me out a bit. I think I fell asleep on my bed at 8:30 when my kids went to bed. So that was for some reason my body just shut down. So nothing much happened in terms of day 8 apart from just drinking my water. And sometimes it is what it is. Your body will give in if you are not looking after it very well. It will just shut down and tell you that it needs to sleep. But day 9, I think, as I contemplate about where I am now with 59 days to go, it's just wondering, am I serious enough? Am I putting in what I really need to get the results that I need to? A part of me is like, you're not doing too bad. You are still building momentum. And another part is like, no, when you think back to your uni days or something where you had all the time in the world and the only focus that you had was on your studies and the level of intensity was different. You think back, like I think back to those times. I could really, grind for ages. But of course now I'm having to do things differently. It's that adaptability. I was always a person who never listened to notes, and I always said, oh, I don't listen to notes. I don't like listening to notes. I would rather read them. But now I find I actually like listening to notes. There are so many of my notes that I have recorded in my own voice, and I listen to them over and over and over and over. I listen to them when I'm making dinner. I listen to them, when I go on my evening walks. I listen to them when I'm doing the dishes. I listen to them on the drive, the school run drive to pick up my kids. And it's amazing how just listening to that short 3-minute video of a chapter summary really embeds some concepts, and I'm starting to love it. I'm starting to enjoy it. And it's the fact that it's also recorded in my own voice. There is something about listening to your own voice that just cements some of these concepts, because it's not the same as listening to somebody else's voice. I do have some sound revision, which is in obviously somebody else's voice. And there are moments where I'm like, I can't listen to this voice anymore. But I never feel that way when I'm listening to my own voice. It's like, even when maybe it has the same effect of when you're just thinking to yourself. Like when you're thinking, you hear your own voice. So it must have that same effect, and it embeds the concepts differently in my brain. It's like they're playing, over and over and over and over. So, if you're studying and on this journey, it might be something to do, just short 3-minute videos of important concepts you're trying to learn. Just listen to them over and over and over in your own head. It has been doing wonders for me, especially because it is something that I always thought, it's not for me. And even up to this day, I struggle to do audiobooks because I prefer to just read a book. I've never really been an audio person. But as we're human beings, we grow and we evolve. And as our seasons change and our responsibilities change, we have to adapt. And I think it's part of that adapting process for myself, which has now taken me to the point of listening to audio notes. So, when you're trying to achieve things, trying to do hard things, you also have to look at the season of life where you are, which areas, do you need to tweak some things, which areas do you need to evolve, and be adaptable to just make things work. Sometimes things are not gonna, be as clear cut. Before I picked up the responsibilities that I have now to have a family, be a mom, everything, I used to be able to just sit, finish work, sit and just study for hours at university, just study for hours, and that was that particular season. And as the season has changed and I've picked up more responsibilities, it is now a process of, evolving, being adaptable, and it is what it is. But I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because today is day 9 of the 68 days of disciplined accountability. And I suppose maybe I was just meant to talk about evolving and being adaptable. When you're trying to do hard things, we have to do that. We have to evolve, we have to adapt. I have to go on study walks now. I have to listen to notes when I'm cooking. I have to listen to notes when I'm doing the dishes. I have to listen to notes when I'm driving to pick up my kids from school. I have to integrate my study and my family life. I have to integrate all of these things. It's just part of how we need to show up to do the things we need to do. And I was listening to Dan Martell the other day, and he was talking about he doesn't believe in work-life balance, which a lot of people have said they don't believe in work-life balance, but more on just you're integrating your life, and there is a lot of truth to that. You have to have a life that is fully integrated in the different parts of who you are. Otherwise, it creates a tension within you. It creates a tension when you think, oh, now I'm studying when I should be resting. Oh, now I'm studying when I should be doing this, because you're thinking everything needs to be in little compartments. But that's not how our lives are. They're not in compartments. It's fully integrated. You integrate different parts of what you're doing into your life holistically, and that releases that tension. It releases the tension that, oh, I'm doing B but I really should be doing C, because you have removed the compartments. So yeah, that's just where my mind is at the moment. On day 8, I will be having my water. Not day 8, day 9. So I will be having my water during my normal day, and I will definitely be having my coffee as I start my day now. And we'll see how the rest of the day goes on this journey of disciplined accountability. Yeah, it's not easy, but we have to continue on. You do hard things one day at a time.